guys? Back here with another video. Today we are at the Chocolate Kingdom. Sounds very cheesy, I know. So we're here on a school field trip with my friend Anthony behind the camera. Much love to him. And YOLO! So yeah, I'll get back with you guys when we're inside. Alright, let's do it.
From 3 generations of chocolate makers that started in Argentina and came up to America. They have over 21 chocolate factories throughout America called Chocolate Chocolate Factories. The one here in Central Florida is the only one they call Chocolate Kingdom, and the only one with a Chocolate Kingdom tour. Coincidence? Mayhaps, mayhaps not. And also their love for chocolate goes beyond these walls, for they also sponsor the largest chocolate festival on the east coast of the United States, aptly named the Festival of Chocolate. And they have many chocolate-centric activities. One of them is they have a fashion show called the Coco Couture, that the models wear these dresses made out of chocolate candy wrappers, and they walk down the Yum Way. And we have a couple of those dresses on display at the end of the tour. They're on either side of the life-size Chocolate Wonder Woman. So when you see Chocolate Wonder Woman, you go, oh, those are the dresses. And also, at one of the chocolate festivals, they broke the Guinness Book of World Records for the largest cup of hot cocoa. It was 880 gallons of hot cocoa. Yeah, it's as big as this room. You know, when you have hot cocoa, you gotta have marshmallows. Yeah. Marshmallows up there, you know, safety is gonna go. No, I can't do that. So someone came up with this idea to build a catapult those marshmallows up there. So we asked the boss how many there were. She said there were like 5,000 marshmallows. That must have been quite a sight to see all these marshmallows flying through the air like that. We also asked how the cocoa was, and she said they didn't know because by the end of the day, it was all gone. They had a little spigot on the side there so people would fill up their cups, and as the day went on, so it must have been good because people kept on drinking it up. So at this time, I have a couple of little requests for you. Ask if you have any mobile devices, if you could silence them for the courtesy of those around you. We also asked that there be no audio or video recording. Came ashore, they saw the Aztec warriors heading towards them with open arms, going, welcome, Quasicanto. So they put away the swords, they came ashore, they threw them apart, gave them Chocolatito and Cortez and Montezuma, became the best of friends for a week. And then Montezuma said, okay, Cortez said, okay, I'm not here to party on the beach, so I'm here to conquer, so give me your riches. And he went, cocoa beans? No, give me your treasures. So, cocoa beans. No. So he saw they had a vault. He sent his conquistadors over the vault. They stormed the vault. 3 days, they stormed the vault. Finally, they busted open the vault, and you know what they found?
Cocoa beans.
Cocoa beans. Mounds and mounds of cocoa beans. He said, holy cacao, what am I going to do now? He couldn't go home empty-handed. So he filled up a ship full of cocoa beans, took the recipe for chocolato, and he returned to Spain. Now let's go to Spain. Come on along. Fast pass. There you go.
So the Spaniards wanted the gold.
Move on down. You can stop about right there. There you go. Move on down. There you go. Move on down. And they hated it. They said, okay, what is this muddy water you're giving us? It's disgusting. Well, fortunately for him, sugar cane is being introduced in Spain at this time. You know what they say, a little bit of sugar makes anything taste a little bit better. They put sugar in it, and then they loved it. And it became the secret drink of Spain for like the next 100 years. Only the rich and royalty of Spain knew about this drink and could have this drink. But then they did have to tell the church, because the church had to give their blessing for them to drink it on holy fasting days. So the church gave their blessing. So the monks in Spain, they told the monks in Italy about it. And the monks in Italy, they told the monks in Holland about it. And pretty soon they couldn't keep it amongst themselves. And they spilled the beans all over Europe. But it still remained the drink of Spain. Just as England had its tea, Spain had its chocolate. Now, a lot of things happened in Europe over the next couple hundred years, but we zip on through to the early 1800s. There was a man, a Danish chemist, named Conrad van Houten, who created a hydraulic cocoa press. And he would take those cocoa beans, so with immense pressure, turn to a liquid and a solid. The liquid was cocoa butter that went on to revolutionize cosmetic industry with lipstick and makeup. And the solid was cocoa powder, which went on to revolutionize baking. You know, the cookies and brownies and cakes and all those other wonderful things we make with cocoa powder. Now we move about 25 years, the mid-1800s, in England, there was a man named Joseph Fry from a company called Fry & Sons that eventually became Cadbury Chocolate. And he discovered, take the right amount of cocoa butter, right amount of cocoa powder, mix them together, add a little bit of sugar, he's able to form the first chocolate bar. And this was dark chocolate, of course. It sold really well. A lot of people liked it, but the
Kingdom. This was our tour guide for the day. What was your name again? Joe. So, how long have you been working here?
About a year and a half. About a year ago, last November, I work here. I left during the summer. I usually, I'm going to be leaving again during the summer. I sort of reverse snowbird. I go up north and work a Renaissance Festival up north.
Do you like it here?
Yeah.
So, how long has the Chocolate Kingdom been a facility like this?
It's been here about 8 years, something like that.
And where can we book a tour?
You can just go online and book it, or you can just call over to it's like www.chocolatekingdom.com, and just book it that way, or you can just come on in.
Okay, thank you.
You don't have to book ahead. You can just drop in, and so cool.
All right, thank you.